what's the best way for graduates to get to work in sound? What experience slash knowledge should they have?
I'll stick with the students, the people you graduated with. I graduated in 95 and I still work with a lot of people from school days. If you're going to do audio, jumping in and kind of fitting in on the team, everybody wants to be a producer, director, camera guy. Those are the glamour jobs. But you bring something to the table that nobody else has, with even a basic knowledge of audio and sound. It's all about on-the-job training, really. So you can get the basics at school, but get out, see if you can find a mentor, somebody you can job shadow on a job or two, and yeah.
What I thought was really nice about what you said, you're doing light and grip stuff on the set, and you see that there's this need for audio. To me, it's like when you're on the set and you see something that needs doing, if you do it, people recognize that. And a lot of that is having that kind of sense of looking over the set and seeing what needs doing. And your point about the need for audio is backed up by what I get at the studio all the time, is that we get films to do post-production sound on, and the producer or director comes in always with kind of the excuse of, yeah, well, one of the reasons we're bringing it to you is because the sound is a little iffy. And I'm just going, oh no, save me. But what that says is there's room out there for good sound people. There's a need, and all that is just being observant. If you get the chance to be on a set, observe and learn. Brian, do you have anything on that as well?
Video game audio is a wide open field. I think there's a ton of game companies that pop up and they're looking for good sound people. Always, at least here in Chicago, production audio is a good field for people that, we have a lot of, there's several network shows going on. So they kind of soak up a lot of people. So there's always opportunities to be on commercials and those kinds of things. So it's a pretty wide open as well. In post, a little trickier, there's not a ton of places like ours. But there's a ton of content being created. There's more content being created than ever before. And like Sean said, just stay in contact with people you went to school with or whatever, because what they're going to make content. And so if you want to do sound, don't get distracted by, obviously we all got to work and we got to eat and pay rent and all of that kind of stuff, but just keep working, and eventually talent and creativity and all of that will float to the top, and people will recognize it, and you'll start to get work. So you just got to, persevere and just keep doing it.